show me Gucci Mane or something.
Are you in New York, Nota?
Una mango Nota. Show me, please. And you connect a cookie sona. Show me una mango Nota. This is Cape Town.
Even says.
Tom, are you good though? Happy birthday. When the fuck was your birthday?
Guys, my birthday was on the 3rd of April. But I'm going to...
No, I'm talking about Nota.
Oh!
Nota said he's going to New York for his birthday.
Nota is also... When is your birthday, Nota? Oh.
It was last month.
So you're an Aries or what? Oh.
Pisces.
Oh.
I'm on the last day of
Pisces. An Aries.
Tell me, where are you? In where the fuck are you?
I see.
So I'm with the kids.
My brother's birthday on Sunday.
I am with the kids, but I'm going to the balcony.
Hey. Hey, baby. Oh.
Wait, so I'm going to go to the balcony so that I can...
So me tell them I say hi.
Uncle Musa says hi, guys. Say hi.
Hi, babies.
So I'm gonna sit by the balcony and gossip. There's a lot to gossip about.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, and we're talking to Nota. Nota, his wife was at the thing talking about stuff at that funky podcast.
Well, I know when you say funky, you are slaying a person. Talking about funky, I saw Musa is also being slayed.
What did she say? Did she say thank you?
Thank you for what? Because she's saying you ruined her life. You ruined her reputation and all of that stuff.
What reputation? No one
knew. Don't lie.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Yes, there are people that about Juwayo, and then there's people like me. It's different. You see, let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is this: is that the problem is that when we walk out into the street, people would now ask her to take the phone and take pictures of me, you know, and then she got jealous. That's the problem, is that if you're jealous of your husband, you're stupid, because your husband is the breadwinner. You don't.
No, but she's making her own money. Don't lie. We're listening to all of the music.
She's making change. She's making change.
Wife,
I'm telling you, she's making change.
No,
but how?
Musa, what are you singing about at the background? Like, really?
Oh, Yaya is saying I'm lying. Yaya didn't watch that interview. That bitch was talking about her depression because of you, Nota.
No, it's got nothing to do with me. It's from her genes. I need to. That's why her sister's got bipolar now. She's also got something wrong with her. It's genetic. If your family members, your siblings, have got mental illness, then the chances are that you'll have some form of mental illness. So Musa. She even says, hold on. She even says, in January, I took her to Cape Town because I said that the lockdown is going to happen. The lockdown happened in March. Just imagine that. I was so far ahead that in January, I already said, let's record your album now because they're going to shut everything down when this pandemic comes. No one even knew in January that there was a pandemic.
He's lying.
Those are her own words. I started my Viano and I drove to Cape Town. I drove my Viano all the way down to
Cape
Town.
That's how many hours?
15 hours, and I got stopped in Flagstop. I got arrested in Flagstop because I was speeding. I had to sleep in a cell for like an hour and a half.
That's cute. I want to know.
Not Flagstop, in
Kronstadt is just around the corner. So I want to know, then y'all were dating for 2 seconds. Y'all were dating for 2 seconds. Then y'all got married quickly. Do you regret marrying that bitch?
Marrying who? Berita.
No, I don't regret it.
Yeah, that Berita.
Wait, let me tell you why. No, that's not her name. That's not her name.
Yeah, that
her name is
Google.
So let me tell you why. Let me tell you what happened. Yena, she came to my place. She was visiting, ne? And then she was supposed to go house hunting looking for a place. The lease was about to expire. Then she had allowed her lease to expire. And I'm like, how? You allowing your lease to expire? Now you've got nowhere to stay. Now, okay, fine. She moves her stuff in. I'm thinking, okay, no, she's going to find another place, maybe close by or something. Nah. My mom comes to visit. My mother says, hey, Wena, is this girl living with you now? My mother says, hey, Wena, I didn't raise you to have a fat and said, if this girl's going to stay with you, you either get married or you chase her out. You tell her to go back
to Zimbabwe.
where she comes from. So I couldn't leave her out into the streets. I couldn't leave her out into the streets. You understand what I'm saying? I did the right thing. I respected my mother. My mother says, listen, in our family, I never raised you to have a fucking set.
So are you saying that you feel like you rescued Berita? Is that what you're saying?
Of course I did.
What? Because you gave her the South African visa. What's happening with her visa situation?
She doesn't have.
So she doesn't have.
You mean she's here illegally?
Well, performing, yes, performing, because you can visit, but it doesn't.
So she's here.
But she's been living in South Africa forever.
Yes,
Tell me, wait. She says she's like Xhosa and all them
she comes in and out every 90 days. She never said that.
Well, she's Xhosa. Hence her name is Gugu. From and I remember her sister. Then we spoke to her sister at the thing.
She's in Ndebele.
Then her sister is.
That's not her sister. That's not her sister. That was a liar. Exactly. On the case, that was a liar. That's not her sister. That's a liar. That's a liar that pretends to be her sister. It's not even a family member. Agamazi doesn't even know the family. Has never even met the parents. That person is a liar. What happened is this: those people said, "No, we're going to make it as if you're South African. We'll make as if we're your family, and because don't let anyone know that you're from Zim." And that's what they did. So they were trying to make her deny who she is. You understand what I'm saying? So every 90 days, she has to go in and out of the border. Every 90 days.
Oh.
Why? Because she didn't want.
Yeah, but if you married her, then she should have them papers. And what was the point of you getting married in 1 second?
I did. You need to apply for them. I did. No, you apply for them. You have to sign. So we still needed to go to Zim for me to sign the papers on that side. And we never.
Why are you signing in? Tell me, you are lying. Why are you signing in Zim?
I don't need to lie.
So,
I don't need to lie.
Nota, you have been with Berita for how many years?
At the legal form, that's at
2 years. 2020.
2020.
Please.
No, since 2019 on the 18th.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's been 2 seconds.
The last time I was live with you, Nota, you were saying she bought a house here, like a house of rent. What?
She does. She's got an apartment somewhere, Komaboneng or JP or somewhere where broke people stay. Far away from Fourways. I'm telling you, this person used to buy. The first time I asked her to buy food, let me tell you what happened. The first time I asked her to buy food, here comes someone with shopping bags from ShopRite. I was like, what is this? She's like, no, I would bought. I was like, we don't buy food at ShopRite.
Where do you buy your food?
Buy food at Woolies. At Woolies, dog. Where do we buy food? Woolies or
Gosh,
come on.
Mamela gay. So I mean, I want to talk about. I want you to explain. Yeah, fine. Doesn't matter. But I want to understand is that they slaving in New Zealand.
They're not from there. They live there.
Yeah, the parents being in New Zealand, they slaves there. Talk about that. What you know?
They're not slaves. They're working normal minimum wage jobs that people have to work when they're chased out of their home country because of the economic situation going on.
And that's why she married you, because of that economic shit.
Well, that's why she doesn't respect her father, because her father left his home country because of the economic situation, and now he had 5 kids. And imagine, you're on a minimum wage salary, your wife is disrespecting you, your kids are disrespecting you, your kids are being abused in New Zealand, it's a white country, you're black, you know what I mean? All of those types of things. So Mina, I took her from that shameful stuff that she's ashamed to say, because she's pretending. I guess she has to pretend that her life is good and she's comfortable. If her life is good and is comfortable, why is it that every time she posts pictures, she has to post pictures when she's done her makeup? She can't post pictures where she stays. She can't do a live where she's living. You understand? Because you'll be able to hear with taxi driver next door, gonna rank somewhere next
So
door, the JP town or something.
She stays where?
I don't know. Somewhere where she bought that apartment. I guess she bought an apartment for
Yeah,
$500,000.
but Chomi, I wanna ask you something. Like genuinely.
Hold on, Musa. I want to tell you something. Mina, I don't need to like. Can I tell you why? Because I'm not ashamed of anything.
Okay, fine. That is
I've
cute.
never been ashamed.
But where do you work? Like you don't get a job, do you? How do you make your money? Where's your riches coming from? Because my friends are saying your parents are putting your shit together. They're paying for your shit and whatnot. Where do you make your money?
That's fine. Let me tell you something. My wife got angry because my mother stole 1.5 million
from you.
Yes.
Where did you make it? Tell me, like, besides making noise on the internet, where you working?
I don't need to work. I worked a long time ago. I worked while you guys were busy drinking and getting drunk and partying too much. Mina, I was working. I was grinding while you guys were busy being stupid. Now my work.
What the royalties? Them 5 royalties from Questa? Chomi, please. What?
Hey, Chief, I've got much more royalties than that. If you think those are my only royalties,
from where?
Shame on you. That's what they tell you. From many places. Don't worry. I'm a rights owner. I own intellectual property. Lots of it.
You're lying. You speak too much. You should tell. Because you had that one situation with that what's that question? I was like, oh my God, you can't still be making. Huh?
Told you. Okay, when you look at Questa, does it look like he's broke?
He looks fine. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. So why would I be broke?
Because royalties don't pay. He's still releasing music. The same.
He doesn't.
Somebody getting shot outside my shit.
Music doesn't make money.
Yeah.
You understand?
So, where them broke people live.
Chomi. Nota, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
I'm saying, don't believe the lies that people tell you about me. If you want to know anything,
I'm asking you now.
I'm an open book.
That's good.
You want to, I'm telling you, the fact that you don't want to believe.
One.
Chief, let me tell you something. We've sold more records than Brenda Fassie. We've sold more records than like.
Tell me when Brenda Fassie died, you were like 2. How old were you?
I was. How old was I? She died in 2011 or something. I can't remember.
2000 something, a long time ago. 2004 or something.
Yeah, but I went to a show with my mother. I went to a show with my mother. I'm gonna block Yaya.
No.
Yaya thinks she's a woman.
No, Yaya is our friend. No, don't block Yaya. Yaya is our friend. No.
Yeah,
no.
I blocked.
No, you don't block Yaya. Yaya is our friend. No.
Blocked. It's done already. The thing is this. Let me tell you why. Because he says I eat my wife's royalties. The reason why my wife has royalties today is because of me. I made sure that she could get her masters back. You understand? I made sure that she could get her masters back. I paid that record company where she was signed in the back. Made sure that they were good, and then they gave her back her masters. You understand? I paid for those music videos that she shot, for that album that she shot. I paid for everything, the entire thing. She wanted money, I paid for it. How much is it? 100,000. No, I paid. You can't. You don't spend 100,000s and hundreds of thousands of rands on your wife's career unless you.
But now, do you feel like you and Berita will get back together, Chomi? Like if you're being like for real?
We never broke up.
But she don't want to be with you. That's what she say. She's saying she released that single. But wait, let me tell you what she say about her single. She like, no, she has that single that she's pushing. Hence, she went to the whole Mike G thing. She like, oh, she was writing about all the shit you put it through.
He thinks she's Taylor Swift. What did I?
All that your craziness and all that stuff you say on the internet.
What me saying stuff on the internet has got nothing to do with her. I can say whatever I want on the internet. It's my phone, it's my internet, it's my data. No one's gonna tell me what I must do on my internet, on my phone. Now, she can do whatever she wants. If she wanted to post whatever she wanted, I'm not gonna tell her, don't post that, don't do this. You imagine a whole entire grown adult me now, at 30-something years old, some girl is gonna come into my life after I've made something of myself and tell me, no, you mustn't do this, you mustn't do this. Imagine, who are you?
Like you is married to
wait,
she.
keep
Yeah.
quiet, keep quiet.
Okay, finish.
Let me keep quiet. Let me tell you something. She came to me because she needed advice with her career.
Needed the visa.
Why? Because I'm an expert. So no, she needed advice. Well, who knows? Maybe she also needed a visa, but she needed advice at first. So she came to me because I'm an expert. I'm the best in the business at what I do. She came to me knowing that this guy's a goat. So how are you going to now come into my house and think just because I gave you cows, I sent cows to your home, now you must tell the goat what you must do? No.
So when you mix way by the job, as far as I'm concerned, you mix business with pleasure. She came to you for business, and then when you decided to slay her,
she came for pleasure. No, dude. The way she threw herself at me for months and months and months and months and months until I said, you know what, let me just give this girl what she wants.
Oh, but then now she doesn't want to be with you, Chomi. Why is it so difficult for you to make peace with that?
If she doesn't, why is it so difficult for her to go and to go to a divorce lawyer and file papers?
So you're saying that you haven't been served with the divorce papers?
She has not even filed. She has not even gone to ask for a lawyer to divorce because she knows that number one, they'll say, why are you divorcing this man? Why did you?
You're crazy. That's enough business to divorce someone.
Then we're going to ban you. We're going to ban you for 5 years because you think you can come here and marry South African so you can get citizenship. When you'll be banned for 5 years. And who said you must perform on a visitor's visa? Because you're not allowed to be making money on a visitor's visa. You're supposed to be here for 90 days. Go to Cape Town, take pictures at the beach, and then go back home to Zimbabwe. If you're not doing that, then you are breaking the law because that's not why you get 90 days to be a visitor.
So are you saying that Berita is using you basically and your citizenship to make a coin?
Of course. Not just citizenship. My influence, the fact that I've got a career.
What career? Gosh. What career? What is your career? Show me, what is your career?
My career is that I'm an
executive way.
At my own company. Google my company. Google Entertainment. You'll see.
Like because of question,
I let the work speak for itself. I don't speak. But because
I got
it doesn't matter. Don't bring someone else's name because that other person is in their own house wherever they are. It's got nothing to do with me. In fact, that person is there because
that was a long time ago. But now how are you making money now?
It's not a long time ago. It still counts. My money. I wasn't making money so that it's short-term money. I was making money so that it's forever money. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a smart person. I'm not a dumb person.
But then
I'm not a dumb person. I'm not a dumb person. I'm not a dumb person. I'm a person who gives people business advice and help. I've never asked you for money. I've never said, yo, I'm going to give you this advice and I'm going to charge you, Musa, because I don't need your money. I need you to be successful at what you're doing. That's it. You being successful.
Yeah, but also, you're also saying things like, oh, you're insinuating that bitch was using you for kids.
She was. She was. She wanted to have kids, and I said, let me tell you something. She wanted to have kids, and I said, no, we're not going to have kids. Why? Because you're not mentally fit to be a mother. Your behavior shows that. But
everyone is saying you are not mentally fit. How could you say that to she when everybody's saying that you're the crazy one?
It's fine. I'm the crazy one, but I'm the breadwinner at the same time. I'm the crazy one. The crazy one is the breadwinner at the same time. How? But
we see her performing at that visiting visa, but we don't see you do anything.
Forget it. Okay, that's fine. Now, forget me being the crazy one. They sent me to a mental institution. They did.
Where you should be.
They sent me there. They forced. Yeah, and then the mental institution doctor says, no, this person does not belong here. They tested me. They checked me. So Nina, who wanted me to go to a mental institution, I went there. What more do you want?
To go back again for second opinion.
What more?
Second opinion. Go back.
I went I went for a second opinion. I had 4 different opinions, and I paid for them with my own medical aid. 30,000 rands came off my cover. And that medical aid is still. Hold on, wait. Yana, she says she goes to therapy every Friday. Why doesn't she use the Discovery medical aid? Because I'm paying a lot of money for Discovery to take her to whatever.
You mean she doesn't have her own medical aid?
By night. She has. It's under my name. I'm the husband.
Well, she does.
I'm the breadwinner.
She doesn't have her own. She's a dependent on your medical aid. That's what you're saying.
Obvious. As a wife should be. Every wife is dependent on their husband's medical aid.
Manjik, like, this doesn't make sense. Y'all is making all of this noise.
Unless you're MJ
Bitch!
MJ Light have medical aid.
So I'm sure she does. But tell me about when she was using you for kids. Like, y'all are married. If you're married, you should have kids, right? I suppose that's the institution of marriage and whatever.
We shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. Let me tell you what. No, it's not. It's not about that, because Musa, you would know. You're not a girl.
Who said I'm not a girl? Who said I'm not a girl? Who said I'm not a girl? What if I'm noni? Please get that shit. Yeah, but I am noni. I could say I'm transgender. I saw it. Back.
Oh, ufuna le tender ye transgender. Ngiyambona no Julius Malema, he wants the transgender tender. He was marking there for transgender. Ufuna ma tender with transgender. So I said, no, if you have kids, you're going to be a mother. The promoters are not going to want you. The promoters want you because they want to see if they can stand a chance. If you've got kids, they know they don't stand a chance. Even Umisali right now, if she had kids, she wouldn't be able to get a bag. The fact that she doesn't have kids means that she's able to bag a bag. So Mina, I think like a business person. I don't want someone to have kids and then all of a sudden now she's not making money. She's sitting here at home the whole time and she's miserable. She's like, oh, you gave me all these kids and now I'm a mother and now I cannot continue with my career. So I wanted her to finish. Her career hadn't reached the level that it needs to reach. She hadn't reached certain milestones. She wasn't able to do a countrywide tour where she's doing her own shows. All the things that she's doing right now are the things that I wanted her to do, that I've been pushing her to do, that I told her to do.
Wait. Tommy, do you realize that, well, in the past, I get what you're saying now, but in the past, there used to be the thing when Beyonce and Helen Berry's and all of them, because when they had children, listen.
Who likes Beyonce? People like, who likes Rihanna now? Rihanna's got
fucking listen. Fucking listen.
They've moved on.
I'm saying that in the past, that the standard that if you need to be a star and whatnot, you couldn't have children, you need to be like, that's what Beyonce was. You needed to be perfect and whatnot. And now that changed.
You need to be under 30. You need to be in your 20s. My wife is 31. She's turning 32 this year. You cannot be a pop star in your 30s.
Michelle is not a pop star. She's a whole.
So after
I don't think she's what she is. Exactly. But she's a whole, and her mom as well.
That's what I'm trying to say. But that's true. That's true. But you won't be desirable after the age of 30. Men are not going to desire you after the age of 30. So having kids, right, while you're still building up your career to a point where what I told her is the truth. If she hasn't built up her career to a point where she can say and do whatever she likes, then she hasn't done the work. She needs to do more work. That's what I was telling her. I was saying, you need to do more work. You can't be having kids because you haven't done the work.
She also on the YouTube. How much work do you want her to do? She's already on the YouTube, putting stuff on the YouTube for us to watch. What else do you want her to do?
No, what I'm trying to say is that you need to get to a point where your career is secure, where you become a legend. You know Angelique Kidjo? Do you know Angelique Kidjo? You need to get to the Angelique Kidjo level. Angelique Kidjo has got kids. She's married to a billionaire. She's done all of those things. That's when you then can have kids and have a family and all that stuff. But until you secure
that's the old standard of stardom. In the past, it used to work, and now it does not work.
It's not. That's why it does work. That's why the promoters, they book Mahu instead of Msaki. Msaki can sing, Msaki can play instruments, but the promoters would rather book Mahu. Why do they want to book Mahu? Because Mahu doesn't have kids like Msaki.
Chomi uto ino kwamele she has files. Put ino in.
I'm trying to, but it's not working. I need to remove you. Let me remove you from the live video. And then
all right, no, that's fine.
Let me remove her. Now I've removed her. I can't see the request. If my signal is bad, I'm using Wi-Fi, but I don't have a SIM card here yet. My SIM card is in my phone, which I gave to my wife.
Put me out then.
My American SIM
SIM card, Wenja. Aibo.
Yes, is with the phone that I gave to her. I think she's using my other phone. My wife is using my phone.
Put me out. Put Ino in.
I need, as husbands, we upgrade our contracts, and then we give our wives the old phone. I'm not going to make that mistake again. Next time I upgrade my contract, I'm going to give her the new phone, and then I'm going to keep this one.
Why do you keep calling her your wife when she's making it clear that she doesn't want to be with you? Like, she says it online. She says it to everybody. Maybe you're not listening. She doesn't want to be with you. Can't you just leave her alone? That poor Zimbabwean girl.
She's never said that. She imagine and ruin her life forever, so that she must be banned from this country. Imagine anyone that calls me a liar is getting blocked now, because when I've got no reason to lie,
but don't block people, because everybody has an opinion. You have your opinions, then you can't be blocking people.
No, but that's different. I can.
I'm just
do whatever
saying that it's childish to do that, because you have a big mouth. You can't be blocking people.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. They must book a flight to come to New York and shut me up. Shut my big mouth up. Come to New York right now and shut my big mouth up. Last week I was in the Western Cape. I was in Cape Town.
Where the hell is your car? That Mercedes?
Which one?
Well, I don't know how many Mercedes you have, because you only got one. You've never even had a job. Which Mercedes?
I've got two. I've got two.
Okay.
I've got two Mercedes.
Okay, both of them, where are they? I suppose you're driving one.
The what? No. Why would I be driving?
Okay, not
with my car
now.
My cars are in South Africa.
Obviously not now, but where's your cars?
The one is in 4 ways.
Because I heard that your wife is driving your Mercedes. Is that what it is?
She uses Uber.
Chomunamang.
I'm telling you. She bought a Figo. I got her a Figo from my cousin, because my cousin works at the auction place, the car auction place. So I paid them a nice 5,000 deposit. They held on to a Figo for her so that she didn't have to bid, and they gave her a Figo for like, I think 50,000. She got it for like 55,000 in total, and then she gave it to her assistant.
The gay one. The gay one.
Boy, Eric. And then guess what he did? He drove to JP's town, and then there were people protesting, and then he ran out of the car and left it there, left the keys,
So what do you have against JP? Because JP Gumnandi is a hostel. Why do you hate JP so much? Because Gumnandi JP must say, my good right.
It's xenophobic. Gumnandi Mara is xenophobic. You know that. It's not safe.
It's not safe for who?
It's not safe
for Berita.
For my wife to be there. It's not safe for anyone who's.
Berita driver in with 55,000. I'm sure about fun say in 20. About say cheap about in what the ships on.
I say buy food. Let me tell you something. I went to visit her twice, and she used to park the car outside. The first time I went to visit her, she said, "Oh no, I think something's wrong with my battery." When I get there, they've stolen the battery. Let me finish the story. This is what you're saying in JP Town. They stole the battery, né? And then I call my AA and to bring her a battery, and then I pay for it. The second time, the same thing happens. They steal the battery, and then she looks at me, and I'm like, "How you expecting this?" She wasn't even my wife at that point in time. She's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't think I need to buy myself." She's like, "So you want me to buy you another battery? I've already bought you a battery that was 1,700. Now this is 3,400 rand that I'm spending on this battery." Yeah.
How can a battery cost more than the car installment? Like, kwenzakala kanjani?
We bought the car cash, being an installment, but a car battery is like 1,700. Okay. It is, and if you call it and they deliver it, yeah, it's very expensive. Imagine. And then she crashed my Viano into my C-Class in the parking lot. When they ask her about it on podcast and chill, she doesn't want to tell the story. Why don't you tell them that you crashed the Viano into the C-Class?
License since I'm a South African. Kawanga license or unayo or akanayo.
She's got a driving permit because she can't renew her license. She had a license and then they didn't want to renew it for some reason.
I mean, she's already South African. She's married to you, Musa, so she should be able to be Berita Baloy or Kuku Baloy or something.
The process does not work like that. The process does not work like that. So, I can't add because I don't know.
Yeah, to me, put in. She has some files. She said she want to talk.
I can't see her.
Maybe she left. Uspe Ula, Spe is our friend. Spe, please tell Ino to come through. Tell me, what do you think of the new song? Because the song is about your failed marriage and whatever. That's what she said, by the way.
Look, when I expect you to be spicy with everything.
I'm not spicy. She said that. She said she wrote that song because she was going through all of them emotions, and she's like real sad.
It's a terrible song. It's a terrible song. She doesn't seem like she's sad. She seems like she's having a manic episode. She seems like she needs to use that. I got Discovery sent me a message, said they've got a new medical
for
aid
crazy
card.
people.
I'm sure they sent her the new medical aid card. She must use that medical aid card and go and see a proper psychologist, one that charges at least 1,400 to 1,800 per session, not this one that she's been going to Mahala. This one that doesn't charge her.
Should you lying? Why is she going on free counselors when she's on your medical aid?
Because that's exactly my point. Because those counselors don't want her to see a proper person. They want to control her. They want to convince her of stupid things.
And you think the song is shit? Because I think the song is shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, friend. I heard the song. I was like, it's
not shit. It's
for me. It's
amazing. It's
shit.
Like,
I know she's talented. I expected if she's gonna talk about your guy's situation or whatever the fuck is going. I needed her to give me, you know that emotional shit from her because she's very talented. We cannot take that away from her. But I needed that from her. And then she's like, oh, it's because of my emotions. I'm going through all this stuff. Then I listen to this shit. I'm like, it has nothing to do with this shit. Like, you just want to support, you want to promote your music, fucking promote it, but that has nothing to do with this situation you're talking about.
Why must I be used? Why must I be used to promote the music? If she's moving on with her life and she's trying why must I be?
Because she's married to you. She's married to your ass. And then you crazy, everybody say.
Exactly. So, let her accept that she married a crazy person and live with her decisions instead of being a fool that goes around listening to what other people say. But
why did you marry each other so quickly? For me, that's always bothered me. Somehow, when I think of your guys, I'm like, it was quick.
It wasn't quick. It wasn't quick. It's because let me tell you why. It's because I did my background check and I realized that if I marry someone else, chances are they've been with the whole industry. At least she hadn't been with the whole industry. She was at least.
What do you mean she was clean? You mean like Michal is not clean and Berita is clean? Like, make an example. Exactly. What do you mean?
Exactly. Exactly that. Mithali is like the escalators. No, she's like the subway. Yeah, in New York. Everyone has had a ride.
Me.
You understand? She's the subway in New York. Yeah.
So you mean everybody's riding when she?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm asking.
I'm telling you. So that's where Mitlali is. So I said, no, I don't want a Mitlali. I want a nice, clean girl that hasn't been with other people. Clean. And then
but Velvega Zoba clean because Upuma from the Zimbabwe, then in Zimbabwe they're busy plowing and hungry. So she would be clean. She was busy plowing while Mitlali was in Cape Town.
Exactly. She was milking cows in New Zealand.
Huh?
She was milking cows in New Zealand.
Oh, Chambagbuza go to go is the Central Park or whatever. Where the hell are you?
I'm on 110th Street.
So mangita afuna my passport thina sizoyenza njani kuphi lapho? Chaza.
110th 110th Street.
Have you seen important people there?
I looked in the mirror. Not yet. Not yet. Being a narcissist has got nothing to do with being self-aware. I am an important person. Everywhere I go, people take pictures.
So you're lying.
Understand? People open up. They give me nice seats. They give me They gave me a whole entire. I flew economy class and they gave me business class treatment. I had a whole row to myself.
Why? Because everybody knew you. When please.
Exactly. They did though. They did.
When do you come back?
They did though. In a couple months.
Unamang. Chomi, you know when you come back, you need to talk. It's hectic.
I'm waiting for you to get that. I'm waiting for you to get to 100,000.
Wait, but I need to ask you a question. I need to ask you a question.
On your show, on your little.
I don't give a fuck. Please come to my little show.
What's that show of?
At the Pope of Pop Culture, bitch. Fucking come.
I'll come when you have 100,000.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's not like you've been calavanting.
Get to 100,000.
You've been calavanting all of them podcasts with everybody that nobody knows.
Yes.
And then if I'm like, look at you.
Get to 100,000. Is it hard? Oh, Musa.
For a bitch like me, no, it's not hard. It is not hard. But I also know.
Get to 100,000. Get to 100,000.
I won't even need you then. Shalalap in New York when don't come to my show. Shalalap, like I don't give a fuck.
It's fine.
I fucking don't give a fuck.
It's fine.
Fine. I even forgot what I even forgot what I wanted to ask you because now you talk too much. No,
I'm sorry.
Please don't apologize. It's fine. Please don't apologize.
I'm here for peace, and you guys all you want is to give me violence. I'm here for peace and soulless. Solid. How do you say soulless? Soulless. How does my wife say it? Soulless. Not solid.
Solid. I'm going to work on the event. I'm going to an event in day one.
I'm here for peace, soulless, and healing.
Tommy, please come back.
I'm here for peace, soulless, and healing. I'll be back in June. My wife's birthday is in June.
Why do you keep on insisting that this bitch is your wife when she's saying that she doesn't want to be your wife anymore?
She's my wife.
By law.
Nothing she can do about it. She's my wife. There's nothing she can do about it.
But Tommy, how come we've never seen pictures of you guys, whether it was at the Lobola situation or whether it was, because I don't think you guys had a white wedding. I don't know, but there's no reference to that.
We did it on Zoom. There are pictures, and us getting married, we did it at home affairs. My mother recorded.
Tell your mom to send me that video, because everybody needs to see this video, because but we don't have reference to in Shatile.
Me and my mom are not talking right now. Me and my mom are not talking right now. Me and my mom are not on speaking terms right now. You know how it is, rich kids and their parents, there's always some drama.
I need to pumla bam saving on my paper because when you don't got no job.
So my mom is not speaking to me. She says, "Hey, when you were busy in OKO."
Yes.
OKO.
Because they saved your mom, like KO saved your mom with them court papers. That's why she's mad. What's happening with that?
I don't know what's going on.
But you're being sued most now.
Hey man, we'll see. He's going to court. They're going to court. My lawyers are going to court next week or something. We'll see. We'll see. The lawyers are going to court. I think there's a court date for next week.
But Tommy, and then everybody's saying that since you don't got no job, but you always sued, where are you getting the money to pay for everybody? Because you were paying some other nigga the other time, and now you get sued again.
But I told you. But I told you, it's a lot of money. I paid.
What? Tell me. Nobody knows.
But told you
already. For me, I wasn't satisfied with that answer. Yes, you did tell me. Hence, I'm going back to it.
Iningi. I know, but I'm just saying, Iningi. I got paid.
Goopy. Literally one like quest, producing one quest song. Now it's like, and you went and became,
I'm serious. That's how. Just one song. That's all you need. All you need is one song. You must remember that it's the #1 song of all time.
So, but no one is listening to that shit anymore. We're listening to my piano. Please don't lie. We're not. I don't even remember.
But
people don't even have collections anymore. There was a thing of the past.
Abokoko still have collections and buy every month.
So now, don't you feel like you need to do other work, because you can't just keep on that? You need to.
I don't need to. No, I don't need to. Mariah Carey must do.
Mariah Carey is still making music, and she's a millionaire. If not,
no, she's not making music, but she's making money off of one song.
Yeah, okay, yeah, she is. That is granted. That Christmas shit song.
And Mina, I've got the biggest breakup song in South Africa, the biggest heartbreak song in South African hip hop. So every time someone goes through a heartbreak, they play that song. And
so what song is that? I forgot. And I even forgot what's the name of that song. I forgot. I'm not lying.
It's called.
Oh, with that Topsy.
You understand? That's the
what's happening
song in
with Topsy's career? Yeah, that's cute. But what's happening?
She did that song. She doesn't need to make another song again. She's fine. She looks like she's struggling.
Well, I don't know, but Herman, I don't know what Herman does. I think, wait. So I think, see how you don't do nothing, but Berita is working all the time. I feel like that's what's happening with Topsy and Herman, because what Herman does, what does Herman do?
No, trust me. Topsy taught me how to use Instagram. She taught me how to use social media. She knows how to use Instagram to make money. She makes lots of money. Don't worry about it.
Topsy, with the collaborations.
No, with just Instagram alone.
Yo, somebody's gonna make me live this life.
I'm serious.
No, it's my friend that's pressing my phone. And it keeps going on the leave, and I'm like, I'm not living this life. Wait, but I wanted to talk about that. I like this question. But I need to. You have that girlfriend that you always with in the car. Who the hell is that bitch?
Which one?
That bitch you dating now.
Which one?
That's always in your car. I don't know her name.
I'm not dating anyone. The only friends girl.
Yeah, the only friends. So is she your girlfriend? What's happening with that?
No, she's my mentee. Yes.
So what are you mentoring her on to spread her ass?
No, none of that. Actually, she records at my house.
I wanted to come record some shit at your house. Is that studio even real? Because I wanted to come to your damn house and record some shit.
No, and unfortunately, you don't have boobs.
Bitch! Okusolay uPerito wabaleka namabele wakhe wakushiya wena akunandaba. Wakushiya uPerito wabaleka namabele wakhe manje uzoyenza njani?
Are they the freshest? Are they the freshest? I mean, she's 32 years old. She's got 32-year-old boobies. There's a lot of young, fresh boobies everywhere. Don't know. I mean, I'm not sure.
So you left because amabele wakhe wakudala?
No, I'm just saying. I love all boobies. I love all boobs. I love the small ones. I love the round ones. I love the firm ones. I love those.
But you couldn't keep your wife, like, it's really questionable.
It doesn't matter whether it's questionable. I don't suffer for boobies. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not worried. Do I look like a man who's suffering from not having enough boobies? Look at me. Just look at this handsome face.
You crazy, but everyone, you crazy. I can't dab.
So what? So what?
I'm not fucking worried, but that's what everybody is saying. I'm just saying what everybody is saying.
It's fine. They're saying that, but they're broke. At least I'm not broke. At least they're not saying
you still didn't answer where you're making your money. That one song from thing.
But I did. Yes, it's enough. I'm saying that that song makes a lot of money every year. Millions. That song makes millions every year.
My friend is saying you're giving Grootman vibes.
I'm 33.
You're a scammer.
Who's Grootman?
That scammer man.
Who have you ever heard? Me saying, yo,
nobody
I can help you make
you
money,
scammed Berita into marrying you. So that is scamming.
No. She scammed me. You must remember, she scammed me. She came to my house. Can't say this man hit on me. I didn't do anything. She threw herself at me.
A whole Berita. Do you even understand who Berita is?
Yes.
Or now you're just taking her for granted?
No, I do, but at my level, who is
she is Berita?
Come on, at my level,
Berita is Berita. She's working so hard for her money. Nobody sees you work for your money, but somehow you always claim that you have more money than she. But she's performing everywhere in the UK while you fight everybody on the internet.
She's not performing in UK.
She did in Australia or wherever the fuck she was performing for 2 people. I remember.
She's never.
Yeah,
no, that was
she was booked at a wedding thing. I think it was in December.
And why was she booked at a wedding? Because they found out that she's married. So because she was married, they wanted her to be their wedding singer, only to find that her and her husband are no longer together. So that's when I decided, okay, fine, stop all these wedding bookings, because people are gonna book you to their wedding. Meanwhile, when you're disrespecting your husband, it's gonna be a curse. So that stopped. That was the last.
But what if you are the curse? What are we gonna do about that? Because now you like all over that bitch life, and she don't want to be with you. Which part don't you understand?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not doing anything to her, dude. I'm moving on to my life. You are asking me about her right now. You are the one who's bringing her up. I'm doing my own thing, just in general.
But just saying, wait, Tommy, what's the worst thing that could happen if you serve her with the divorce papers and you cut ties with she? Why can't you do that? If she hasn't done it, why don't you do it?
She'll be banned. She'll be banned. Because she'll be banned. Because the reason why I would file is to say fraud. And if I say fraud, that would mean that they would say that she was using me for citizenship, and then she'll be banned.
But do you care? Because if the marriage is already over, what happens to she shouldn't be your concern.
I don't want to. No, I love her. I care for her. I don't want her to suffer. You think I'd sacrifice so much? I'd do so much for her if I didn't care for her well-being. I care for her well-being. I protect her. I make sure that medical aid corner, that everything that she needs is supplied for. Don't worry.
Well, one thing.
Unfortunately, a lot of you. Wait. A lot of you, you guys grew up in households where your father did not love your mother. My mother is a horrible person. And I'm saying my mother is a horrible person. My mother is there would be times where she would say to my dad, and I used to think to myself, okay, my sister's name is Basan. So I used to think to myself, why does my dad put up with such craziness?
And then you turn and became the crazy one to Berita. Like, what did you learn?
Okay.
So
I'll tell you what I learned.
Okay.
Something good. So
okay.
Forcing yourself down my throat. You know, he forces himself down little boys' throats. So anyway, and not Mohale, other little boys, straight little boys, before he converts them. So I realized from my father that my father's like, yes, this woman has given me 3 kids. So it doesn't matter that she's crazy, that she's a horrible person or whatever. She's the mother of my children. I'm going to stay with her so that I can teach my sons how to put up with crazy women. So now I married the very same type of crazy woman that my mother is. My wife reminds me of my mother. Sometimes I ask myself, like, my goodness, why am I even married to this person? You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Then
and I've made my
decision. With the
Get
papers and cut ties with she. Both of you are young.
No,
Let it go.
We didn't. No, we're not going to listen to your advice. You're not a marriage counselor, number one. And let's ask, how are your parents still together?
I got Ngenap. No, they're not together.
Exactly.
So what?
Exactly. Mina, my parents are together.
That can't be the ultimate time, because if shit is not working, then you need to let it go.
It's not about that. No, you don't need to. You don't give advice, because you didn't grow up in a house with both parents.
No, but my mom knew when to let go. That's what you need to do. One thing about she, that bitch was like, this shit not working. She let go. You need to let go.
Your mom was not worth it. Your father did not make himself a better person because your mother was not worth him improving himself. You understand what I'm saying? Mina, my mother, right, was making sure that my father improves himself. He improved himself. He made sure that his kids moved from Soweto, and then they grow up in
That
Khawula.
can't be everything.
You know, they go on holidays.
Moving to fucking can't be everything.
Let me finish. Let me finish. It is because in that. Let me tell you why. Because the boys that grew up in Elukshin, most of them got sexually abused by older women, by older men. Most of them got beat up. See, there's drugs. There's a whole lot of things that can make you toxic. So my mother was impossible to please. She made sure that my father had to work hard. Every single vacation, every time schools closed, we went on vacation. Even my father did not even come on vacation with us because he was making sure that he can pay for the vacation.
But your mom, but Pumla was not happy.
Wait. My mother thought, Upumla is not happy with anything. There's nothing you can be happy with. Upumla took 1.5 million rand from me from my account because she was not happy. I'd given her
Wait.
enough.
Why is Pumla stealing money from your account if your dad is rich and has all of this coin? Why does your mom feel like she could steal money from your account?
My dad is not rich. My dad is not rich. My dad was just a hard worker who sacrificed everything. My dad never became rich. He was able to afford everything that my mother wanted, and it got him into a lot of debt, and he had to climb out of a lot of debt. He had to close the hole. Like right now, my dad just finished paying off this money that my mother took. He just finished paying it off now.
Paying you.
Paying it off. Yes, he had to pay me back. Yes, because I was like, there's no way. I'm not writing it off. You have to pay me back the money. My wife was even there. My wife was there. We went to my aunt's house. We made her sign an acknowledgement of debt. We want an acknowledgement of debt. And it even had an interest rate. Every month that the money is not paid, the interest rate is 100,000 per month. They ended up having to pay 2.2 million rand, 2.3 million rand now in interest, because it took them 23 months.
So that's why you're not talking to your mom, because uma kukwatele ukuthi umpatele say 1.5 million or 2.3 whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever. My mom, she's my mother. There's nothing she can do about that. She's my mother. She brought me into this world. She must put up with it. She's the one who brought me in. I came out of her vagina.
Everybody feels like you just need,
because she, you know what, she wasn't even able to push me. She had a C-section. I came out of her stomach.
But Tommy, everybody is saying,
too scared to give me a proper birth. She took a shortcut.
Saying that
instead of giving me a proper birth like other children. Do you know that it affects? Do you know that it affects a child when they don't go through the proper birth canal, when they don't go through the vagina? A C-section affects the child. It can affect the child in the future. I'm lucky that I survived that C-section. And
amanga wako. Yay, ngoba sizoboshwa ngamanga wako.
You don't have to bosh, right? That acknowledgement of debt letter that my aunt signed as a surety on behalf of my parents, because my aunt is rich. My aunt signed that letter on behalf of my parents. It was typed out by my wife. You must ask her. She typed that letter out. She knows it very well.
But now, Chomi, everybody feels like at the crux of this conversation, and you and
I don't care what everybody feels like. I don't care what everybody feels like, Bona. They don't even have 10,000 in their account right now. I don't care what they feel like.
But everybody is feeling, no, but everybody is feeling sorry for Berita because you're putting her through all of this stuff.
And then what are they gonna do? They're gonna stream the music, they're gonna buy tickets to the shows, and then what are we gonna do? We're gonna laugh all the
You're
way
not laughing with her when she's no longer with you. She's gonna be laughing, but you won because you ain't getting shit from this bitch.
So you think?
Well, then you can tell me.
No, that's what you think.
Are you getting shit? Because I've been also thinking about your guys' situation. Is this about the reason that you guys are not separating or not finalizing this divorce? Are you guys married in community of property? What is the whole deal with that?
No, we have a pre.
So then why is it so difficult for you guys to leave each other? If no one is losing assets, why don't you just cut ties and leave each other alone?
No. Prenup doesn't mean you're not losing assets. It's a prenup.
Yeah, explain to me.